Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I am Shy over here on Shy's Coinage, and today we are going to be doing the closeout for our first week in June, which was the 6th through the 12th. I am late on my closeout. I am behind on my videos. I don't think I uploaded any videos in May actually, but life's been lifing, and we're gonna kind of get into it while we're doing this closeout because yeah, life is life. That's all I got for it. So let's get right on into it. So we are in June. I have not done the calendar. I will probably do it, but for right now, I have not. Okay. So let's just hop right in. I took notes. I have stuff jotted down everywhere in different notebooks to kind of tell me how much money went where, what we spent, what we did, things like that, trying to kind of keep track of things. So bear with me while I do this. Oh, this smudged. Okay. I'm gonna kind of try to get through this video fast. My puppy's outside and it sounds like she wants to come back in, but when I let her back in, she's gonna be a terror. So I'm gonna record this before I let her in. So let's hop right into it. So for our family account, there ended up being, oh no, 1,100 plus 940 plus 230. It's 1,100 plus the 940. So 2040 that was deposited into the family account, like from our paychecks. This was a pay week where I got paid and my husband got paid. He put in a little more than he was initially, and you guys will see why, because I'm going to talk about it. We transferred over $230 from our buffer account, and then for my personal, my check was $1,319. So if I subtract, this was $379. And when I did this budget, I thought I did this budget after we had gotten paid. So I'm not sure why my numbers aren't right. But I was $10 off here. This should have been $379. I'm not sure what I forgot to add. Anyway, my other was 0. I didn't do any type of side income, things like that. My birthday did fall within this. My birthday was on the 9th. And so I did get some gifts on my birthday. I got a printer and a laminator, which is really what I wanted. But outside of that, I did get a couple of cash gifts. But I did not include that in my other because that's not going into this. But just to be transparent, I did get that. So 2040 plus 230 plus 379 is 2649. So then when we drop down here to the bills, we did transfer 543 to our mortgage account. We did transfer the 98 for the second mortgage into that same mortgage account. The car note was not paid. Sewer was not paid. We did pay Vivint, which is our alarm system for the home. Amazon did come out as well. We paid Splice and we paid YouTube. Now, Amazon is actually $16.11. Why they have that 11 cents on there, I'm not really sure, but every time it comes out, it's like $16.11. But Vivint is like $72 and some change. Splice is $5 and some change. This YouTube subscription is like $1.49, but I round up. So I just left Amazon at 16 because the extra from these ate the change from that. So I don't really want to mess around with change within the budget. So there's a long story behind my car, but I'm gonna tell a short version because it was a very stressful time. And like I said, my birthday was within this, so it was a very stressful time, y'all. My car, I was taking my children to one of our local swimming pool type things. And when I pulled into the parking lot, my brakes gave out. They locked up. So luckily I was in the parking lot. I was able to park. There was no big catastrophe with that. I felt so thankful that they did not give out while I was on the highway, and that I got to the parking lot before my brakes decided to do what my brakes decided to do. So nonetheless, I called my husband. He wasn't with us. I called him. He came out. He left me his car. He drove my car back home because he said if he pressed down on the brakes really, really hard, he could get the car to stop. So anyway, he drove it. He got it back home. He got like down the street from the house, and lights started popping on in the car talking about the engine. He said all the oil just pulled out. So he said he stopped at a gas station near us, bought oil, dumped it in the car so that he could get the car home. So we got the car home, and like you could see the oil splattering all up our street and backing up into the driveway. And then it just pooled in our driveway from pouring out the car. Sorry about that, y'all. So the next day, because that was on a Sunday, so the next day we had the car towed to where we bought the car from. They also were doing my maintenance, the oil changes, things like that. So we had the car towed there. It's a big, long story with them, but nonetheless, I feel like I've been screwed from beginning to end when it comes to my car, especially with something going wrong. Currently, that car is still with that dealership, and I have not heard from them in the last week or so. But I have a new car. So they would not release the car to me. They would not tell me how much we owed them to get the car from them. It's been a time, and so we are a pretty busy family over here. 2 cars is needed. They would not give me a loaner. They kept saying they didn't have, all their loaners were currently out, so they could not give me a loaner. Keep a long story short, we got a new car for me, and that car is currently still with the dealership. As of right now, we are not sure what is going to happen with that car. I do not know if the finance company for that car is just going to go pick it up, do what they do, and then I'll have debt that I already have. So that'll be debt to add on top of that. I do not know if they will eventually release the car to us, and then more than likely we will trade that in for my husband to be able to get a new car because he needs a new one. I do not know what is happening with that right now, so I'm trying not to stress about it. It's just going to be what it's going to be. But nonetheless, I have a new vehicle, so this car note did not get paid. I canceled that payment before it could come out of our account in order for us to do what you're going to see done down here. So groceries, we did do 160. Essentials, we did do 15. Allowance for the kids, we did leave at 13. Although I have a lot going on with our finances, I do try to keep some semblance of normalness for my children. They get allowance. I try not to take that from them. So that's their allowance 13. I put 80 into fuel, and I only used and this is because I really I didn't have to spend much. I didn't have a car for half of that time. And then when we bought the new car, they filled the tank up for me. I did send my husband 15 from the account that I put all my gas money into, because we were running his car for everything. He had to take me to work, take the kids to school, pick me up from work, pick the kids up, still get to work, use his car for everything else that we were needing to get done. So I did send him some money. And then so anyway, I want to say I sent him 15, so we're gonna put 15 there. I was just trying to see what that meant. I had left in there. So anyway, I sent him 15, so that was that. And This wasn't really done. Like, it was put in that account, but we put a down payment on the car. Mostly because we kind of, I don't want to say we kind of had to, but we kind of had to with everything that was going on. We put 1,000 down. So 657 of that came from the car note we should have paid. And then the rest pretty much came from pulling in from the buffer, the rollover and stuff we should have. Like, it just kind of fit in. It's why we didn't pay the sewer, because we were just trying to make sure money was where money needed to be. So with that said, we did do that. This 25 did go to my credit card. So I'm going to add this up really quick so I can put the numbers here. I'm all over the place, guys, because it's been a all over the place type of couple of weeks. So my brain is all over the place. So 738. So 738 minus 2649, 1911. So 160 plus 15 plus 13 plus 15 plus 1,000. 1203. 1203 minus 1911 is 708. So we're gonna put that 708 there. This is 25. We didn't pay any other debt this week, just that, because it was due. This minimum payment was due on the 11th, so we did make sure that got paid. Well, that comes out of my money, so I did make sure that got paid nonetheless. So 708 minus 25 leaves 683. So I'm gonna bring 683 here. This did get transferred there because that is an automatic thing. It right from my paycheck, it goes there. So we'll subtract that 10, and that left us with 673. Now I do know that for the next week, our rollover in the joint account was $320. So I'm just going to do 320 here. But this 353 in my account is not right. So something is off. Something is off with my numbers, because that is not left. I'm forgetting something. Because that 353 is like the whole of what would have been left in my personal account after I put money in the joint account. And that can't be correct, because you know what I mean, the gas, this, net, and it can't be correct. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when my numbers don't add up. Something's off. Something's off. I'm gonna put it here because that's what it says. And then if I figure it out, I'm gonna come back and correct it. But something's off, guys. Nonetheless, though, like I said, it's been hectic times. And we've just been trying to make it work. to put it lightly. We've just been trying to make it work financially. We are trying to make it work. We are trying to pay down some of this debt. And life is just lifing, and that I don't know, guys. I had also recorded a debt confession type of video where I broke down all of our debt, joint debt, solo debt, some of the solo debt, like not all of my husband's solo debt, all of my solo debt, and one of his solo debts, because it comes out of our joint account now. But I did a debt confession, but things have changed. Right after I recorded that video, things within our debt factor started to change. And so I was like, I don't really want to upload that. And I know while I'm uploading it that it's no longer correct. So I'm going to record a new one to try to capture everything that is currently going on. So that's that. This is the budget closeout for this week. It's like I said, this number is wonky. I'm clearly forgetting something, but this is what we're going to go with for now. So I'm going to hop off of here, guys. Going to go let my puppy in. I know she's ready. And I'm going to do that. And then I will be recording the video. I'm sorry for clicking that. I will be recording the video for the budget with me for the 13th through the 19th, I believe it is. And we'll see if that turns out to be a little better. So I'll see you guys in that one. Bye.